Well, good morning, guys. It's nice to see all of you. I'm glad that you're joining me today. Go ahead and come to your mat and take a comfortable seat. You'll notice that I have my little chair set, my little block set up to sit on, and I have a meditation pillow handy. Make yourself comfortable. You want to sit on? Good morning. Have you noticed that I oftentimes wear a shirt? I'm always either wearing like my Balance Gym t-shirt or my shirt that has the DC flag on it. And that's my DC Ashtanga tank. And Ashtanga is a pretty old form of yoga. It's a way of practicing mindfulness. It's an 8-limbed path. That's where it gets its name. The Ashtau from the Ashtanga means 8, and Anga means limb. And it's an 8-limb path for holistic living, for living well, for suffering less. And the first thing that most practitioners come to when practicing yoga for the first time in this neck of the woods is the idea of pose or asana, the seat that we create. You know, like a yoga pose, down dog or triangle, these classic guys. The Yoga Sutras are the book that were cobbled together at least 500 years ago from a variety of different sources. You know how books got written when they came from an oral tradition. The Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, that they were prescribed to have been written by Patanjali, the same guy who actually wrote the book on the Sanskrit language, codifying that. Put together the book on the Yoga Sutras. And the Yoga Sutras don't exactly tell you what practice or how to practice yoga in the shape-making form, but it tells you how to practice yoga in whatever way you want to go about it. So it's a user's manual, the Yoga Sutras are, to practicing at yoga. And what is yoga? Yoga is a yoking together. It's a union of mind, body, and spirit. Big asks. But when I talk about yoga, Ashtanga yoga in particular, as being an 8-limb path to better living, the first couple are how you operate in the outside world. You know, don't hurt people, don't lie, don't steal. Make a real effort at seeing through just the superficial, and don't waste your energy while you do it. And while you're going about it, try not to be too greedy. These are the rules for right living. The second are more personal observances, the ones that maybe affect the outside world, sure, but are ones that you focus internally. For example, be clean of mind and body. Take care of yourself. Clean your space up. Make sure that you have a tidy enough space to get to the work of watching the present moment. You need to be content with the efforts that you're making. It's one of these things where if you're always unhappy, even when you're doing your best likely isn't going to make you happy. You have to get to the business of being satisfied and self-satisfied at that. And then finally, we move through the list, getting a little bit deeper. After we've gotten content with our efforts, we have to get better at making stronger efforts and not getting weird upstairs while we make the stronger effort. This effort making, this heat building is called work. For some people, the physical shape making that we do is a ton of effort. But there are a lot of people out there too that just listening to this little bit of soliloquy, this instruction, is where the rubber hits the pavement. This is the hard work. Whatever the hard work is for you, try to find satisfaction in doing good work. And then from there, be willing to take a look at yourself. If sitting here listening to an explanation of what yoga is a bit tiresome, you're not alone. That's okay. Notice it. If you're enraptured by this conversation, fabulous. Notice it. But make a point of noticing yourself. Be willing to set yourself up, in fact, for different observations and get into the task and be observant. And here we are, practicing at yoga. We're managing to study ourselves. We're getting a better look. We're trying to be diligent in our efforts. And here we are. Once you get pretty good at sitting around and watching yourself, you eventually start to surrender to letting the path unfold. Saying, okay, I've done the work of getting this started, and now I'm going to see it through. And in fact, that little bit of determination that comes with that resolve, it's a bit of a surrender to the path as it is. And that brings us to our next state, the seat. In our practice of yoga, we're trying to establish a practice that makes us work hard, that allows us to foster contentment inside of ourselves, and that lets us practice at being gentle and strong at the same time. The Yoga Sutras say that a good pose for practicing yoga is Sthira Sukha Asana, which is steady, ease, pose. So you're looking for an easy, steady posture. Let's come up and stand at the top of our mat. Bring your feet together for a posture called even steady position. Sama means even and Sthira is steady. This is your even steady posture. Go ahead and have a gander down at your feet. You can have your feet either a little bit apart, like hips distance, or have them totally together. The choice is yours. Now, of course, the more narrow the foundation, the closer you are to a point of imbalance, so be aware of that. But that's okay, because the most balanced point is that one point right before you're off balance. So to get closer to that feeling of real poise, you might have to start narrowing the foundation. But if you want to start wider, go right ahead. Feel your legs. Now, according to Thich Nhat Hanh in his writings on meditation, the first magic of mindfulness, of being present, is the gift of presence. Take a moment and notice your breath. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. Do it again. Do you notice if your breath feels long or short? Notice again. Don't need to change it in any way. You might think to yourself, self, that breath was short, I should make it longer. Or, self, that breath was really long and I ran out of air, I should shorten it up. And maybe you just breathe, huh? Try not to edit too much for now. Just be with what you have. If you want to start bringing the feet just a little closer together, that's fine. If you notice that you're tugging at your clothes, go ahead and play with your costume one more time. Just one more, though. And then commit to being here now. As you observe your breath coming in, and as you observe your breath going out, notice that you are present in the moment to experience the breath. In the simple act of noticing that you're breathing, there are a lot of other inferences you can draw. For example, if you're inhaling and exhaling and you're noticing it, it means that you're still alive. How fabulous is that? That's something joyful. It means that you can be here, now. That you can be present for what is. Do you have any aches and pains in your body right now? Don't push them down. It's okay. You're allowed to notice your body. You're not allowed to notice the reality of your experience. You don't have to push any of it down. But standing here evenly, can we start to constellate the body into something strong and stable, even more so than what we have? Can we reach the arms down, letting the arms be heavy like chains? Can we lift the kneecaps up, feeling the quadriceps squeeze. So we've got a heavy downward rooting. We're firming the foundation. Contract the glutes. Let your hips push a bit forward. Gentle stretch comes into the tummy and then pull the tummy back. For as heavy as the arms are reaching down, can you let your chest become buoyant and lift up? Notice that you have a body and that you're breathing in that body. Notice your breath coming in and out through the nose. And maybe notice if you are noticing any errant, otherwise thinkings, any other thoughts. See if you can return to the breath. If you're able to notice your breath and how you are holding yourself in the present moment, and then you are also able to notice the thoughts that are not that, maybe you're able to identify an otherness. That's okay, notice your otherness. And then see if you can return to this even standing position in your mind and in your body. Being fully present with your internal experience. The second magic of mindfulness is the ability to notice an other. If you notice yourself thinking of anything other than your breath or your posture, come on back to practice. Come on back to noticing your breath. Come on back to noticing your posture. And if you need a little bit more direction, notice how you're holding your eyes. You can always refix the gaze. You can always restand. And for every in-breath, you know there's going to be an out-breath for some time. We're going to get a little sweaty running through the Sun Salutation Sequence from the Shivananda practice. This will have some back stretching and some forward folding, and you're always welcome to bend your knees a little bit while we work to make this more available. Starting with your feet together or apart, we'll inhale the hands to our heart. Just feel the middle. And exhale. Now inhale, reach your arms up. Press the hands together and reach back. And then exhale, bring the hands forward and down. You can bend the knees as much as you need to get these hands on the earth. Good. Inhale, lift the head up and step your legs back. Find your hands on the mat and then lower your knees, your chest, and your chin. And now flip the feet and slide into a little cobra. You can bring your legs a little more together. You want to find the back of the body turning on. We're going to spend just a few breaths here. Squeeze your glutes. This pose is called Cobra. So you might be a little low belly snake right now, but maybe you put a little more back muscle into it. And then to come to dog, you can push back, flip the feet, and take the hips up and back. We'll just breathe here. Press through your arms. Try to widen the butt. Now look forward, and we're going to take this right leg, and we're going to either step it, or grab it and move it, and bring it forward to the top of our mat. Lower our left knee and foot. Coming into that right leg, press firmly into the right foot. Bring your arms up, reach up and back. And then exhale, bring both hands down to the ground, and we're going to step your left leg forward to join the right. Lift the knee. You can be on these fingertips. And again, you can grab it and move it, or step right up. We'll fold on our exhale. Inhale, reach those arms up nice and high. Straighten those legs, reach back. And then exhale, bring both hands right back down to the ground. We'll inhale and step our other leg back and then the other. And then lower it to our knees, our chest and the chin. Slide forward into your Cobra. And then come to your down dog. Now, down dog is an optional posture, but a couple of things. If you've got tight hamstrings and these legs won't straighten all the way up, bend your knees. Now, the more you push into the hand, the safer you are. So really press into your fingertips, Grip at that floor and try to turn the thumbs away. Take the arms over the head more and more and see if you can see your belly button. Okay, now we're going to look forward, and it's the left one that's going to come up now. So you can grab this left leg and move it forward, or step. Take the right leg, grab it, then move it, or step. Fold on your exhale, enjoy. You can adjust these feet. Inhale, reach all the way up and over, and through the heart, the hands will come right back down. Pretty easy, right? So that's one of our sun salutations in the Shivananda tradition. So many different traditions out there. And here we go again. The Shivananda tradition is from Calcutta. It's a North Indian sun salutation. We'll inhale, bring the hands to our heart. We'll exhale. Inhale, reach up and back, enjoying. And then exhale, forward and down. Bend these knees as much as you want to get these hands down. Inhale, step the right leg back, and then the left. Lower to your knees, your chest, and the chin. Flip the feet and slide forward into either that baby cobra or a bigger cobra. And then exhale to your down dog. Inhale the right leg forward between the hands. You can lower the left knee and foot. Inhale, reach up and back. And then exhale, bring your hands down. You can straddle that leg. Step the left leg up to join. Head is up. Exhale, fold, head is down. Inhale, reach all the way up. Enjoy, stretch back even. And we'll exhale the hands right back down to the ground. Inhale your left leg back, lower the knee. Step your right leg back. And then exhale the knees, the chest, and the chin. I hope you're all seeing a modification that works for you. Inhale, slide forward into your cobra. And let these legs closer together today. For me. And then down dog. Feeling so good. Inhale your left leg forward, lower the right knee and foot. Inhale both of your arms up and back. And then exhale, bring those hands down, find the foundation, and step the right leg up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach those arms up nice and high. And let's exhale and stand nice and tall. We'll do one more round. Inhale, hands to the heart. Exhale. Inhale, arms up and back. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Inhale, right leg back. Step the left. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, dog. Inhale, right leg forward, left knee down. Inhale, both arms up and back. Exhale, both hands down to the ground. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, head down. Inhale, arms up and over, and we're going right back down to the mat. Inhale, left leg back, knee down. Exhale, right leg back, knees down, chest down, chin down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, dog. Inhale, left, right knee down, flip the foot, both arms up. Exhale, both hands down, right leg forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. And exhale the hands through the heart. Fabulous. Standing nice and tall. Find your balance. Come into a feeling of poise. Get your mind right. Alrighty, we're going to start developing some more of that shoulder strength. Come towards the middle of your mat. We'll begin with Dolphin. Coming down to your knees. I don't know why this pose is named Dolphin, but I'm amused by it. Here you can maybe feel like a dolphin jumping out of the water and coming back down. As you press into your elbows on the floor, we need to identify what's going to be a useful elbow position. So let's catch opposite elbows and snuggle in nice and tight. you want the nub of this elbow joint directly under the shoulder joint. With the fingers interlaced, we squeeze tight. Now catch the hands and squeeze them tight. Push this little wrist bone daddy down into the floor. Push through your little elbow daddies too while you're at it. Really press into the arm, elbow, forearm, hand, and then we're going to take our down dog. And this is probably intense already for some of us, huh? But that's okay. We're going to push into the elbows and start walking the feet in more and more. As you walk the feet in, if your shoulders lose some stability, you'll notice that the head goes forward too. Try to maximize the flexion of your shoulder joint by working to take the arms more and more over the head while you walk the legs more and more to the hands. At some point, you're going to hit a point where like the rubber hits the pavement, right? So you can't go any further. So you might start to bend the knees and roll the tailbone up. And stay right there for as long as you like. Come down and take a breath and make a little game of it for yourself. How many steps can you monitor walking up? That's a nice one. Another one is maybe how high can you get one leg? So what would that look like? I don't know. Maybe you do like a one-legged dolphin. Let me say that differently. Not how high can you get the leg, but how in can you take the thigh. Here's what I mean by that. So I've set up my foundation for the dolphin, this bound forearm position, and walk the legs in. Now it might come up to about halfway in here. Hold, and then pull that belly into the thigh. Can you hold there? And now straighten the leg, bend the knee. Straighten the leg, bend the knee. We'll work that left shoulder. Straighten the leg, bend the knee. Put the leg down. Try the other side. Left knee in. Straighten the right leg. 1. Straighten the right leg. 2. Straighten the left leg. 3. And come on down. Whew. Okay, so if that's going nicely for you, there's another way to get the hips higher than the head so that your balancing point might become available. And that's by putting the head down on the ground. So from here, I'm going to interlace my fingers after making that tight basket. The more narrow the basket, the more room for the neck you have, the more narrow the points. Take the crown of the head down into the space just in front of the pinky finger so that the back of the fontanelle or that yarmulke area of the hand is secure. The yarmulke area of the head is secure. So I've got the top of my head right here, I feel. I'm going to bring these hands under, coming right onto the top, supporting, walking these legs in, and maybe one leg up, hold. Once you have the legs up, you can extend the hip. Find your balance. And when you have that, you can extend the knees. Now if you're like, Michael, that didn't go so well. That's okay, stand right here on your feet. No kicking, just pull one leg in and tippy-toe. Try the other side, one leg in, tippy-toe. And then like this for some time. It's tempting to use the wall here, and for my money, most people don't actually need the wall. It provides moral support for them. But one of the things that it also does is it trains the body to not stabilize because it trusts that the wall is there and will function as its stability piece. So if you are trying to bridge the gap between stepping in and coming up into the posture, a nicer way to get there than hopping for most of us is to grab something that you can stand on, like this old trusty block here. Notice how I've slid it back. I've got it between my feet. I feel good about where it is between my feet. I'm going to walk it up so that my big toes are near the end of it because it's a long block. Interlace the fingers. Once again, come to the crown of the head. Walk the block in. Put your feet on the block. Oh, now these hips are much higher. And you can walk in, pull one leg up and straighten that other leg. Can you float it and hold? And then bend the knee. Try the other side. If that's easy, try both sides. Oh, alright. And when you've had all the fun you can have there, come on out of that. You're welcome to move your trusty handy-dandy block out of the side. Hopefully your shoulders are exhausted after that, no matter where you are. Now, that maybe didn't feel so easy, huh? That might have took some real effort. And that can be the work that we talk about, that we have to bring to the table. And since no one can feel satisfied for you, here, be pleased with the amount of effort that you brought, especially if it was your best most, huh? You can only bring your best most. We'll take our down dog together. Stretch the legs out. Walk the hands back to the feet. Get those shoulders nice and primed. We'll stand up. Now that we've had a nice little run of our balancing posture on our arms, why don't we try balancing on our legs today with Eagle, Garudasana. Here, identify your right hand and identify your left. And we'll inhale and swim the arms up over the head. And now we're going to bring the right arm under the left. Wrap the arms. And now bend your knees, come into a little bit of a squat position. And we're going to wrap the right leg over the left. Bend your knees a lot. Come on down pretty deep. And now shift the weight into the left leg. Flex that right hip, bring it up and over. And see if you can internally rotate that right thigh. Roll the inner right thigh in. And bend the left knee more. Try to square up your elbows and your knees. If this is super hard, you can keep one foot near the other foot on the floor. And we'll unwrap. And we'll bring the left arm under the right. Hook. We'll sit down in our chair again. Shift the weight into this right leg. Flex the left hip, take the left leg over, and tuck it under. We'll unravel. And release. Feeling good about our standing postures, let's work on hip extension and leg balancing. Go ahead and rotate 90 degrees, face towards the front. Bring your right hand up and turn the palm out. Now we're going to catch the inside of the right foot with this hand. So notice how I've got it in my blood-giving hand. We're going to bend the knee and I'm going to catch the inside of the foot. Here we go. Nice little stretch there. Go ahead and start by reaching that left arm up and kicking the right leg back. Lift the chest up. And now equal and opposite, kick and stretch. And just enjoy. That right thigh is definitely stretching. The leg is lifting. There's a little twist too. And we'll bring it right back. And release. Not a big deal. Let's try our other side. Left hand up. You're going to catch the inside of that left foot. Bring the right arm up. Find your balance. And kick. Stretch. And breathe. Kick. Stretch. And breathe. And we'll come back up when we're ready. And release. Good. Come around. Let's have a seat. Janu Shirshasana A. We're going to reach this left leg out in front of us for a moment. And bring the right heel in. So this is just a seated version of the standing tree pose. Push your right foot into your left thigh. Can you feel the connection there? Push your left thigh into the right foot. Can you feel the connection there? Pull your belly in and come forward. Catch either your shin, or if it's available to you, catch your whole left foot. Try to put a little back bend in here. And we'll just stay right here and breathe. Sit nice and tall. Keep pushing the right foot into the left thigh. The left thigh into the right foot. Lift the chest up. For those that are like, Michael, this is really uncomfortable. I can't get the roundness out of my back. Take a block or a pillow, whatever you've got, and just stick it right under your tush so you can get some good, pleasant height so you can come more forward. release the left leg when you're ready and bring the right leg in. Or excuse me, bring the right leg out and the left leg in. Switch your sides. You can do that how you see fit. And again, you're pushing the left thigh into the right, or the left foot into the right thigh. You're pushing the right thigh into the left foot. Find a place where you can hold your leg. You don't have to come all the way forward. And try to lift the back. Press down through your right heel. Squeeze, grip the right quadricep pretty strongly and try to come forward. Keep your right leg engaged. Reach out through your right heel. I've got my hands on the side of the foot like a delicate sandwich. Trying to lift up nice and tall here. Finding the stretch in the back of my body. The back of the thigh, the back of the right waist. Wonderful. Let's take this leg and bring it back, and now we have our both legs in. Let your thighs drop. Sit nice and tall. Bartavajosana. Open your feet up. Come forward with your chest. This might be it today. If you want to, you can use your hands and move some of your buttock flesh out of the way. A slightly higher elevation of the pelvis can make this much more accessible. And please feel free to walk those hands out, out, out. Keep the chest up. Try not to collapse the spine. Keep coming forward and up with the heart. Push your feet into each other. Can you feel the outside of the heels pressing and the thighs trying to strike down and away? Put your right hand on top of your right thigh. Push your right thigh up into your right hand for 3. Really try to push the hand up. 2, but don't let it go anywhere. 1, and now relax the hip and push with the hand. Do you feel the down action? Let's try that again. Push the thigh up into the hand for 3. Don't let it go anywhere. Feel the struggle. 2. And now instead of relaxing, can you pull your thigh off your hand? Ah! Good. Let's do the left side now. Push your left thigh up into your hand for 5. 4. Push. 3. 2. Push. 1. Now relax the thigh and push with the arm. Should be a gentle but good stretch there. And now push the thigh up into the hand again for 4. 3. This time I want you to try to pull the knee off of the hand. 2. When we get to 1. 1. Pull the knee off the hand. Fight for it. 3. 2. 1. Now put both hands on both thighs. Thumb the fingers forward. Pushing the thighs up into the hands for 5. 4. Lift the chest. 3. 2. 1. And now pull the thighs off the hands. Move your hands. 5. 4. Tall chest. 3. Push down through the thighs. And 1. Release. Alrighty. Come on over. We're going to come into tabletop position now that we've gotten these hips both so very nicely. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. We're going to find a little bit of cat in our back, pulling the belly button in, rounding the middle back, the upper back, and then arching the back. Arching the back. Now I want to internally rotate these thighs more, so can we bring these knees towards each other and turn the feet away from one another? Got that? So now the feet are wider than the knees. And then from here we're going to round our back and arch our back. Keep those thighs wrapped in. Round your back, belly button in, lower back long, middle back, upper back. Ooh, that's a good tightness for me. And then we're going to find that cow shape, pushing the stomach down, chest down, heart up. Okay, and then tailbone long and down, lower back round, middle back, upper back, and then last time, tailbone up, stomach down, chest down, and let's tuck the chin around the upper back, middle back, lower back, lead with your chin, lift the chin, lift the chest, lift the tush. One more time, tuck the chin, round the back, round the back, round the back, and then from here, lift the chin, push the chest, lift the buttock. Love that. Okay, keep your left leg where it is, and we're going to take this right leg out to the side. Got it? So we're going to push the side. We're We're going to push this right foot down into the ground, and we're going to pull our hips back and forward. Keep that left foot turned out. Keep pushing to the side of this right foot. We're going to pull both of our hips back so we feel that left hip flexing, and we'll come forward. Push strongly into this right leg. Squeeze the right quadricep. Pull the hips back. We'll stay here for 3. Keep pushing into this right foot, 2. And 1. And we'll bring it forward. And now I want you to pick this right leg up off the ground. 5. Push towards it. 4. Keep your shoulders even on the floor. 2. And 1. Put it down. Feeling so good. We'll switch our sides. So what position do we have? We're going to take this right thigh. We're going to turn the shin out so that we force ourselves into internal rotation in this right hip. Now we're going to bring the left hip out to the side. We're going to press strongly into the left thigh. And we're just going to pull the hips back. 1. Doesn't that feel good? Push strongly into that left leg. Keep the internal rotation on that right hip. 2. We'll do a couple more. How much further back can you pull your hips? Be curious. Where do you want to go today? How far can you go today? Find the position. Let's see if we can do some leg lifts. Keep that right shin internally rotated, leg out to the side. Push to your left with your hip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even shoulders. And 5. Wonderful. Bring it back. Cross your ankles. Sit down. Widen your legs now. Don't be a hero. Put the hands in front of you, and we're going to start walking those hands out. Where do you go? Maybe this is enough today where you work to arch your back. Maybe you come a little more forward. Can you feel your pelvis moving between your legs? Thighs staying strong. Strike your heels down into the ground. Yes, reach them away from you. And then walk those hands out. And we'll walk it back in. Feeling so good. And now from here, take those hands behind you. We're going to do some shoulder extension now. With the hands behind you, turn the fingertips around and bend your elbows slowly. Squeeze your elbows towards each other, or externally rotate the shoulders, so roll your biceps out. Squeeze your shoulders together for this one. And lift your chest up, push through the arms. You can keep the shoulders rolled out as you inhale the hips up. Strike into your heels, lift the hips. Tough stuff. Why don't we try the shoulders the other way? Turn the hands in. Turn the hands in. This time roll the biceps in. That's the internal rotation of the shoulder. It's fine. Keep internal rotation to add some retraction to it. Squeeze them together from behind. Push into your hands. Feel the work in the hand. Start to lift the chest up. You can bring those feet in a little bit. Push into the heel and then extend the hip. And we'll come on down. This might be a little more challenging. Let's come on down to our elbows. Bring our legs up a little more. Turn the palms up. Lift the chest. This is a nice modification of fish. And then from here, press into your heels. Let's see if we can lift the hips up into a bridge. And then we'll come on down. Feeling so good. Let's flip over onto our back. We'll try some of that shoulder work first. This time, we're going to make a little pillow for our face. We're going to put our chin down and we'll do some leg lifts. Putting the left hip on the ground, right hip on the ground. Let's bring that right leg into the air. Squeeze your butt, reach back with the leg. Put it down, and try the left side. Good, put it down. Let's do 10 leg lifts on the right hand side. With a straight leg if we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put it down left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, put it down. Okay, we're going to do the right side now with the palm turned out. Bend your right knee. Catch the inside of the foot at the foot. Bring that left elbow out in front of you. Sit up nice and tall. Let that right shoulder roll out. Reach back through the left leg and kick the right leg up. Try to balance out your chest. Okay, bring it down. Let's switch our sides. Bend the left knee, take the left foot back, catch the foot. Hold on and kick. Keep that left hip bone down on the ground. Belly soft. And bring it down. Now let's try the hands on the outside of the feet. Let's get them both. Bend your knees. Find that cobra in the upper back. Bring your legs a little closer together. Hold on to the feet. I'm going to catch near the toes today for spice. Kick the legs to lift the chest and lift up. It's interesting. You're rolling your shoulders towards together from behind, squeezing, but you're also really letting those arm bones lift, which is naturally going to roll the shoulder forward. That's okay. Squeeze it back while it rolls forward and see if you can kick a little higher. Cool. Come on down. Make a little pillow. Put your left ear on the towel. Okay, bend both of your knees. Take your hands to the insides of the feet. Catch the insides of the both feet. Hold on nice and tight. And kick and lift and breathe. Kick and lift and breathe. And we'll come on down, pushing back into our child's pose. This time I'm going to bring my feet to touch, bring the knees in a little more, and relax the head down. From this position, inhale your head up, come to your hands, and once again we're going to take this right leg off to the side. This time we're going to stand up nice and tall and get a little bit of a side stretch. Bartavajosana, this pose is called. Gate pose. Bring your left arm up. You can have that right hand on the hip and just stretch the spine and the shoulder. Keep that right leg nice and strong. And we'll come on up. And nothing too fancy, we're just going to switch our sides. Leg out to the side, I've turned my foot in. Some people can just stay on the knife blade, but I like to be right here. Put the left hand on your waist, push that left thigh down into its socket, and bring the right arm up. Now here we go. You're going to reach over our lovely left leg. Keep that left quadricep squeezing, the right side waist lengthening, belly firm, huh? Twist the chest up. Get that nice side bend, shoulder stretch, move that left elbow out of the way, be creative. Squeeze that left shoulder blade behind you. And we'll come on up. We'll bring this left knee in, we'll sit down on our heels, and from here we're going to shift our weight over to the right. Now from here, things get just a little bit tricky, so stay with me. We're going to slide this right leg out. And so we have that internal rotation on the left leg, and we have the external rotation in the right leg. So we have the Janu Shirshasana figure 4 setup. And this internal rotation hip position that we saw in Bartavajosana earlier, as well as the modified child's pose position, this is called Triangmukha, which is backwards facing. So we've got Janu Shirshasana, head to knee position, and we've got Triangmukha leg for those that like that info. We'll sit nice and tall in this off setup, taking our left hand to our right knee and our right hand behind our back to sit nice and tall. You can maybe walk those right fingertips closer to the right buttock to lift the chest a little more. And from the center, and for good measure, let's twist the other way. And now for a really good measure, we're going to keep this right foot where it is. Watch how this works. I'm going to take this left leg, I'm going to pick it up and cross it over the right. Shifting into the right leg, left leg comes up. Externally rotate it, bring it around, 80 duct it. See how I've done that? Now take this left arm, reach it up and over. Reach this right arm up and back. And then come over this right leg, see if you can catch your own knee there. And look over your left shoulder. Cool. Looking forward, let go. We'll put this leg back where we found it. And then here's a nice challenge. Can you sit back up here? All right. Bring that foot, turn it out. Let's walk our knees in. We like it from here. We'll sit down on our hips and take the left leg out to the side. So nice. I'm going to adjust this right shin so I'm a little closer to the floor. Feeling so good here. Left hand goes behind the left buttock, right hand to the left knee twist. Sitting nice and tall through the chest. This posture is a modification of a posture called Bartavajosana. Bartavajosana. We'll come back to center and we'll twist the other way gently. Sit nice and tall through the chest. Be present with yourself. That's one of the magics of this practice. Come back to center. And you know, it's okay to notice difference. Notice when you're not present. Bring that right leg up. The understanding of an otherness, again, is so very important. We'll bring the right leg up. I guess you've maybe heard me tell this story about my parents. Like, my parents are so inspiring to me in so many reasons, but one of the reasons is that they've not stopped growing. Right arm goes up and back, left arm up and over. My dad's the oldest of 15. My mom's or is the oldest. My dad's the youngest of 15, and my mom's the youngest of, or excuse me, the oldest of 7. And so they have these big families. Can you catch your own knee here? That's a nice challenge. Come back on. My dad grew up on a farm. You know, they didn't have a birth certificate. That's like how old this thing is, but. From here, we're going to take this right leg and we're going to bring it out to the side and over. We'll bend the knee, pause, we're going to shift the hips up and we're going to stand on this left shin. But one of the things that they believe is that you know, they don't notice difference. Bring those hips forward and up. And I would stand to reason, I think it stands to reason that it's essential that we notice the difference. That's how we can also begin to identify the parts that are the same by starting off on a false thing that that there is absolutely no difference between you and me. We gotta let ourselves witness the differences, huh? Turn it out, bring it in, and sit down on your heels. And we're back to our Zen setup position. You can stay right here, or you can cross the shins and sit down on your buttock. Taking a comfortable seat. Something interesting happens when you notice that you're present. You become somehow more present, more awake to the present moment. There's a way to feel things better, more clearly. Something interesting happens with the identification of an other. By identifying that which is other, as I said, it helps us begin to triangulate back to self. So this little bit of work that we're doing on our mat, of balancing and identifying and labeling and being present, we're working on our magic. We're working on the ability to identify other in a manner that doesn't push away but creates space to hold that difference. And these two pieces are how we begin to build an insight practice, a mindfulness practice. Take a moment and Watch your breath come in. Watch it go out. Let the breath come in. Let the breath go out. Let the breath come in. Let the breath go out. Notice your thinking patterns. Can you watch your breath come in? Watch your breath go out. Notice that you are the watcher of the breath. You are the breather of the breath. Let the breath come in. But the observer, let the breath go out, is not the exact same as the breath. That's an othering. And it's okay. As we go, as we build further and further with our foundational practice, we'll work with some other mindfulness techniques. We have 2 more for the 4 miracles of mindfulness. So if you turn up on Thursday, we'll go over 2 more. And for now, guys, thank you so much for sharing some time. Lay flat on your mat. Set a timer and see if you can stay put for 1 full minute. This is a little bit of an autonomy test. Can you be trusted to do it by yourself? And now you might find yourself tempted not to. That's okay. Notice it. And then when you have the power to come back and do as maybe you were compelled to leave it on for a minute, give that a try. See how present you can be with yourself. And I'll see you on Thursday. Thank you all very much.